This one's probably not unrelated. Um, I guess. No, it's called Something in Common, and how we fall short of the image that we project to others, and how that's a hard thing to admit to others, but it's also hard to admit to yourself, and that sort of negotiation between the two. Who you believe yourself to be at your worst moment, who you believe yourself to be at your best. All my mornings start with the alarm clock. Every dream gets stopped before the end. And with each bit I remember, the more the details run together, and I'm left with a message I don't comprehend. I lost contact with the great beyond again. And as I stare over my breakfast and out into the street, I find that sorrow I've been chasing way too often. About how this man that sits in front of you is not the sum of all his dreams, but I'm hoping they've got something in common. I'm hoping they've got something in common. The way that love attacks and then surrenders. The things I mean the most when I say her name. And if he ever speaks of me casually, I hope he does so carefully. 'Cause when you love somebody, everything's to blame. And I don't want her to ever feel ashamed. But all my best kept secrets are the ones I didn't know I had. So I couldn't even tell her if I wanted. That the way that she remembers me is not the way I really am. But I'm hoping they've got something in common. I'm hoping they got something in common. I'm hoping they got something in common. So I feel like a man behind the camera who waits patiently for something he won't see. I need to stop giving suggestions and just illuminate the questions. That seems much more accurate to me. To make the frame as wide as it can be. 'Cause all the love and friends and happiness that ever came my way revealed themselves the moments I stopped watching. 'Cause it's not faith that comes from miracles, but miracles that come from faith. And I know that they got something in common. I'm sure that they got something in common. Well, I know that they got something in common. Thanks.
Beautiful song. What a song. So I think my experience of this one is Taylor's right. This does have something to do with just beneath the surface. A couple ways that I've used this song that I wanted to point out. I also teach a little bit in my classes on dreams. Okay, and I don't know if you paid attention to that very first part of the song. What an introduction. I have it. I mean, I know it, but I don't want to mess it up. All my mornings start with the alarm clock. Every dream gets stopped before the end. And with each bit I remember, the more the details run together. And I've left with a message I don't comprehend. I've lost contact with the great beyond again. So Freud's biggest contribution was the dreams. The royal road to the unconscious is the lingo that he used. And we all relate to that feeling like, oh, what a weird dream, but now I'm back in reality and I'm losing a sense of what that's about. And it's, I got kids to take care of and coffee to drink, and I've lost that and it's gone. I've lost contact with the great beyond again. And you know, dreams are a very powerful way of looking at our unconscious and our conflicts and our relationship, all kinds of things. And I just like, what an opener that is. But then, you know, I talked about Freud a little bit. This is a song really that fits so beautifully with Carl Jung. And one of Jung's main points was this concept of, you know, the real and the ideal self. Okay. And the ideal self isn't necessarily a good thing. It's how we put ourselves out there in the world. It's usually based on things we think people want to see, hear, how they think we should look like, etc. Our presentation to others, okay? And people can get in a lot of trouble when they're all just persona. That's another way of thinking about it. That's a Jungian archetype. And when you're all persona, your real self gets lost. And then, you know, we could talk more about the opposing archetype of persona is the shadow, and people get in a lot of, you know, trouble with the shadow. But the beauty of the song is just think about that, you know, oh, you know, there's someone out there that it sounds like an amazing person, how you think that I am. I just hope that I have something in common with them. You know, maybe I still do, because that'd be great. And there's another line in there too that's one of my favorites. It's about secrets. Anybody remember what that was? Here's my effort at interaction. My best kept secrets are
The ones I didn't know I have.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't play the game.
Yeah. This is an example of one of those overly enthusiastic students.
Oh!
That answers all the questions. Let's try and get some other people involved, Taylor. Okay, who's got that line besides Taylor? So the best kept secrets are the ones I didn't even know I had. So what? And then what's the next line? So I couldn't even tell you if I wanted. Well, first of all, what a great song lyric. I mean, think about, I think we all do have secrets about ourselves that we don't know. They're either unconscious or we've never thought about, or, you know, and they represent really important parts of our lives and our egos and how we connect and where we combat and where we conflict. And I mean, that line is just freaking awesome. So Carl Jung somewhere is loving that tune.